Good evening, everyone. Kalla here. Welcome to my stream. Glad you could make it today. So, today we're going to be playing Nina Aquila Legal Eagle, which released on Steam approximately the exact time I started this stream. The link should be in the description below. And yeah, so should we get into it? Let's see what the Steam release has in store for us. Alright, new chapter. This game supports several control schemes. Okay. Alright. Keyboard movement and stuff. Cool. Understand. Move and action menu, cancel. Cool. Well, I'm going to be using the keyboard anyway. Let's see. Tavistock, Thompson, Twilly. Hey Nina. I'm heading out. Did you review that case file? It's under Titville, right? I couldn't find it on the shelf. It's on the glass table by the sofas. Make sure you check it out. I'll see you at the courthouse tomorrow. Don't stay too late. We've got a big day tomorrow. Alright, let's check out that case file. Meryl Tidville. Hello? Nina! Where are you? I'm, Miller Defense and Law Officers, November 5th, 9:12 AM. Why aren't you at the courthouse? Have you forgotten what day it is? Just give me a sec, would you? I'm still at the office. Last thing I remember, I was reviewing the case file. I guess I fell asleep. Never mind that, get down here right now. I've got my hands full with the defendants, I can't mother you as well. Of all the times to fall asleep. I'd better get to the courthouse. Alright. I kinda wanna see what's in this. Can I interact with the bookcases? Nope. Okay. Ooh, window. A lovely view of the building site next door. Ooh, kitchen. No time for food, I need to get to the courthouse. What about the fridge? No, no. Should probably go to the toilet, right? Oh, we can. Alright, let's go to the courthouse. I assume out is... Oh. Not even enough time to take a shower. Hey Kevin, how are you today? District Courthouse, Defendant Lobby C, November 5th, 9:24 a.m. Miss Aquila, your supervisor was here. I'm doing fine. I am kind of hyped right now because, yay, Nina. And she seemed really mad. Nina! She kind of scares me. Anya, I got here as quickly as I could. You were supposed to be here an hour ago. I've had to arrange transportation for the defendant and... Did you come via the gym or something? I ran here. Straight after you woke me up in the office. Is everything okay? Everything's fine. Nina's a real pro under pressure. Aren't you? Of course, everything's gonna be fine. That sprite was so cute. In any case, we'd better get to the courtroom. Meryl, the bailiff will come to collect you shortly. Just hang on for a couple more minutes. Nina, one last thing. Gained item, attorney ID card. You've earned this. Finally, my own defense attorney ID. You nervous? A little, I guess. I'll be there to help you out. This maybe wasn't the best start to your last supervised trial, but just remember, you're one of the brightest young lawyers I've ever supervised. Really? What? I can say nice things. Just walk in, sit at your bench, and stay focused on your client's innocence. Now get going. I'll join you at the bench. District Courthouse, Courtroom B, November 5th, 9:32 a.m. Just like Anya said, all I've got to do is head to my bench. It should be past the gallery, then on the left. What happens if I go in the other one? I'm gonna go in the other one. Haha, the wrong side. Okay, nothing happens. Right, let's go to mine. Who's the new guy? The prosecutor? That's Chad Hawke. They say he's a real prodigy, but a stickler for procedure. Don't get nervous. All rise for the Honourable Judge Tawney. Please be seated. We are here today in observance of the case of Meryl Titfell. Prosecutor Hawke, are you prepared for the case? As always, Your Honour. No, that doesn't sound right. And I need a voice for Chad. As always, no. No. As always, Your Honour. And I'm bad at guy voices. As always, Your Honour. Miss Aquila? Seriously, I've known him for... we got disturbed in the middle of that. Miss Aquila! Yes, Your Honour. did I tell you about staying focused? Now that I have your attention, I trust you have crafted a reasonable attempt at a defense. I'm ready, if that's what you mean. Very well. Mr. Hawke, please state the prosecution's case. Of course, Your Honor. Emergency services were called to the Greenacre camping grounds in the early hours of November 1st. A fire had broken out in the facility's main building, which spread to some of the smaller buildings. Meryl Tidfall was arrested, leaving the scene. The prosecution asserts that she started the fire to facilitate insurance fraud, and we intend to establish her motive for this through witness testimony. He seems pretty confident. He talks a good fight. Let's find out if he's got the chops.
Order!
Order. Cool soundbite. Cool soundbite. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Hawke. Problem with so many characters in here is I keep forgetting how I'm doing the voices for them. Bailiff, please bring in the defendant. Defendant, can you please confirm your name and occupation? Why is she wearing that costume? Damned if I know. If a certain someone had gotten here earlier, we might have been able to fix that. Subtle. Miss Tidfall? Meryl, Speak up. Meryl Tidfall, Your Honor. So you do have a voice. Well, at least she got her name right. I perform secretarial work at the camping ground and assist with event planning. Which is why you were there on the evening in question? Ordinarily, yes, but that night I was actually there for a party. Also, I was on a date. What's that? I was on a date! I see. My report says you were arrested after the building caught fire, hours after the party ended. Why were you still on the site at that time? I had to close up the site. But when I spotted the fire, I ran to get help. And that's when you were arrested? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Meryl Tidfall, you stand accused of arson. How do you plead? No, not I mean... Not guilty! Miss Tidfall, the court recognises your plea. Prosecution, bring forth your first witness. Here we go. Huh? I know you've done this before, but as this is your last supervised trial, I'll fill you in one more time on how this all works. Hawke's about to bring out a witness who will give a statement. Listen to it. Try to focus on the little details. You're looking for an inconsistency, a flaw of some kind, which shows the witness is either lying or just mistaken. Don't worry about memorising the statement, though. You'll be able to recap it afterward. Look for inconsistencies. Got it. Witness, please confirm your name and occupation. Jackie Marsden, Your Honour. I work as a graphic designer for Rookery. Rookery? Rookery? The corporation? Yes, ma'am. It's hard to do a bunch of different voices. Please tell us how you came to be involved in this incident. Okay. Witness statement. I saw Meryl leaving the campgrounds after the party while the building was on fire. If I'm honest, Meryl's always been a bit of an oddball. As far as I could see, no one else was there. She must have started the fire. Why else would she be running around late at night dressed as a fire mage? Very well. Miss Aquila, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay, Nina, let's get this show on the road. Cross-examination. Now we get to the main event, cross-examination. Do you want me to remind you how this works, or are you good to go? Yeah, I could do with the help. How do we cross-examine again? I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. Cross-examination is where we do our stuff. In a moment, you'll be able to review the witness's statement from before. It's split up into segments to be easier to work with. For each part of the statement, you can do several things. You can continue to move on to the next segment of the statement, or go back to the previous statement. If you continue after the last segment, you'll just go back to the start, so don't worry about that. You can press the witness for a bit more information about the segment. You should probably start by doing this for every segment. You can also open menu to save the state of the game, so you can resume from there later. You should try to save frequently. Save the state of the... Moving on. I think you brushed over something quite important just then. Moving on. You can also review and present evidence, but we don't have any evidence right now. We'll come back to that later. So are you good to go, or do you want me to explain that again? Let's go. Okay. Press them.
Hold it.
Are you sure it was her? It was dark after all.
Objection!
Really, Aquila? There was a building on fire nearby. There was more than enough light. I suppose he has a point. Yes, I'm quite certain. Also, Meryl's always been an oddball.
Hold it.
An oddball? Yeah, she's a bit weird. Bit of a stretch, though, to say she'd burn down a building. She just means that she's a bit of a nonconformist, Aquila. Like I said, a bit weird. Alright, press.
Hold it.
How could you be certain? The campgrounds only have one exit, and I was there. Anyone else would have to have passed me. She must have started the fire.
Hold it.
That's pure conjecture. It's her opinion. The court recognises that this is purely the witness's opinion. But there's one more thing. Why else should she be running around late at night dressed as a fire mage?
Hold it.
Press that one as well. I thought she was arrested in the morning, on November 1st? Well, it was the early hours, around 3 AM. Is this important, Miss Aquila? Yes, it's important. Because that gives a perfectly reasonable explanation for wearing a fire mage costume, doesn't it? Yes, I believe it's important. I agree. Witness, can you please add this to your statement? I saw Officer Flatfoot arrest her at around 3 AM.
Hold it.
Ooh. Jackie, you don't like Meryl very much, do you?
Objection!
The witness's likes and dislikes are not on trial here. Sustained. Miss Aquila, please try to stay on topic. Your Honour, please, humour me for a moment. Jackie, you've made it very clear that you find Meryl's costume to be strange. It is strange. Really? I don't think it's strange at all. Miss Aquila, I warn you not to waste the court's time. Is this important? Yes, it's important. It's of vital importance, Your Honor. The defense asserts that Meryl's unusual outfit might seem strange at first glance, except on one night of the year where it would be considered normal. Halloween!
Objection!
The witness was arrested on November 1st.
Objection!
She was arrested at 3 a.m. after attending a Halloween party.
Order!
Your Honor, I assert that Meryl's attire was wholly appropriate on the night she was arrested. I see. Yes, I believe your logic is sound, Miss Aquila. And as the witness's testimony seems to fixate on Meryl's costume, the defense moves that the testimony be considered unreliable. But she did start the fire! She's a freak! A pyromaniac! She really seems to hate Meryl for some reason. I'd best make a note of that. Gained item. Jackie hates Meryl. Witness. You will cease your outbursts immediately. Mr. Hawke, do you have anything to add at this time? No. The prosecution moves to call its next witness. Very well. Bring in your second witness. The prosecution calls Detective Randall Flatfoot to the stand. Hello again, Randy. How's your wife and little Ryan? They're both fine, Your Honor, though Ryan is teething. What? Oh, poor thing. In truth, I haven't had much sleep for a few weeks. What's happening? This is the sprite of Chad. Look at him. Look at his face. Your Honor, if I may. Oh. Yeah, yes, of course. How did you become involved in this, Detective? Well, it was something of a coincidence. I actually live very near Greenacre Camping Grounds, so I saw the light from the fire, from a distance. I ran to see what was going on, and in the process I bumped into Jackie Marsden and the defendant mid-confrontation. When I walked up, Jackie was accusing Meryl of setting fire to something. Sure enough, Meryl was carrying some fire lighting equipment. That fire lighting equipment sounds important. I should make a note of that. Gained item, fire lighting equipment. I arrested her on the spot. And how, may I ask, was the victim's demeanour when you did that? Whoa, hang on there!
Objection!
Your Honour, we find it in poor taste to microanalyse the client's conduct while she was being arrested. I agree, Your Honour. You do? He does? Your Honour, the prosecution has not charged the witness with a resisting arrest. It would be inappropriate of us to consider her actions during the arrest as evidence. Quite right, quite right. This exchange shall be stricken from the records. Carry on, Detective Flatfoot. Yes, Your Honour. For convenience, I was placed in charge of the police investigation into the fire. What did you find? Firstly, I can confirm that Meryl Tidfill is indeed an employee of Greenacre Camping Grounds. She has worked for them for a number of years and is considered an exceptional employee. Gained item, employee record, Meryl. Received new evidence, employee ID, Meryl. We also looked at the webpage for the campsite and Meryl is visible in 2 photographs on the site. This one, from last year. Yeah, she's there next to the fire. And this one from the party on the evening in question, where she is over on the right. Gained item barrel picture A, gained item barrel picture B. If you want to view those pictures again, you can do so later when we cross-examine. Okay. Already I can see an important difference between them. Also, we found something else. I can already guess what he's going to say here. Greenacre Camping Grounds was circling bankruptcy. Being clear, this is speculation, but an intentional fire to defraud an insurer would be one way out of that situation. Yeah, we're going to be great lawyers, aren't we? We will do our best. Of course, we have no conclusive proof of that at present. Don't forget the last part, Detective. Oh, right. A detailed forensic analysis will take a few weeks, but we can already be sure that the fire was deliberate, so not a gas leak, electrical fault, or lightning strike. Thank you, Detective. Very succinct. Are you prepared to make a formal statement? Ready and willing, Your Honor. Statement time. Witness statement. I came over to the site after seeing the signs of a fire from a distance. When I arrived, Jackie and Meryl were arguing. The main building and some of the smaller buildings were already ablaze. Meryl was carrying some campground stuff, including fire lighting equipment. I can't think of another reason why she'd have it other than to start a fire. Very well. Miss Aquila, you may begin your cross-examination. There must be another reason she'd have that equipment. Cross-examination. Well done with that last witness. Pressing them for more information did the trick. This time, though, I think we're going to need to present some evidence. Do you want me to remind you how to present evidence, or are you good to go? Yeah, I could do with the help. I'd appreciate a few pointers. Evidence is a defense attorney's ultimate weapon. Sometimes the inconsistency in a witness statement can't be found just by pressing them for more information. When this happens, you need to review your evidence and see if any of it disproves a segment of the statement. For example, a witness could say they don't know the defendant, but if you have a photo of them together, you could present that as an inconsistency. But how do I remember all the details of the pieces of evidence? You don't have to just remember. During a cross-examination, you can open menu and select evidence to see the details of all the evidence you have. From that menu, you can review pictures and read more info that might help you find clues you need. You should check it for each new piece of evidence you receive. I think I get it. I pick through the segments of the witness statement and look for any evidence that disproves what the witness is saying. If I find any, I present that evidence, right? That's right. Just one more thing. What the... Oh, you see them too? That's a relief. The weird floating faces? The weird floating faces. Yes, I see them. Presenting evidence takes up the court's time. Presenting the right evidence is fine. But if you present the wrong evidence... do it too many times... If you run out of chances, the judge will make an on-the-spot judgment and find your client guilty. So think very carefully before you present a piece of evidence. Also, I love these little faces. It's just a little Nina face. Just a happy little Nina face. And then a not so happy little Nina face. Ooh, ooh. So, are you good to go? Or do you want me to explain that again? Okay, let's go. Alright, let's start out by pressing every statement.
Hold it!
You just happen to be passing by? It's near my home. There's also a cop bar. No, wrong word. Wrong order. Try that one again. It's near my home. There's also a cop bar nearby that I frequent. They do these amazing chicken wings. Stay on target, detective. Yes, sir. I'm gonna have to ask him later about those chicken wings. When I arrived, Jackie and Meryl were arguing. It was around 3. Wait, we did that already. We're doing the pressing now.
Hold it.
What were they arguing about? In truth, I'm not sure. They stopped talking as I approached.
Hold it.
How bad was it? Pretty bad. We were upwind though, so it seemed safe. I called the fire department right away. They turned up quickly.
Hold it.
Stuff? General campsite stuff. Tent pegs, a mallet, a bag of collected trash. You know, stuff. Stuff. Stuff and things. I can't think of another reason why to tab that other to start fire. Let's press
Hold
that.
it.
Perhaps she found it just before she met you.
Objection.
It was specialized fire lighting equipment, Aquila. No one would just leave it lying around. You've got an answer for everything, don't you, Chad? Still, he's right, I guess. There must be another reason why she was carrying that equipment. Check your evidence. See if we have something that gives her a reason. Alright, let's go. Let's go check our evidence. Menu. Evidence. I don't think these two are going to be relevant. Meryl works for the Green Acre Camping Grounds and has the keys to the site's equipment stash. That seems appropriate. Fire lighting equipment. Meryl was carrying this. It's used to light fires. Jackie seems to hate Meryl. Meryl picture A. From last year. Meryl is lighting a campfire. Jackie is coupled with Travis. Meryl picture 2. This year Meryl is coupled with Travis. I see. Alright, continue. So I think we want that last statement. Present evidence. Employee record.
Objection.
Objection. Detective, do you carry a firearm? Yes, I do. A Department Standard Issue 225. Do you consider that a dangerous object?
Objection.
Your Honour, the witness has the legal right to carry a firearm and is compelled to do so by his profession. Thank you, Mr. Hawk. What? What's your point, Aquila? In some situations, a person carrying a firearm would be considered dangerous. However, we trust the detective here because he is in a profession where he makes use of firearms. Skip to the end, Miss Aquila. Gladly, Your Honour. My client is a long-serving employee of a camping ground, a place that traditionally permits campfires. In fact, you can see her tending to a fire in this very photograph. Defense attorney's right. It does look like her in the picture. Well, of course she'd like fires. Did I leave the stove on? Mr. Hawk, can you offer an explanation for this inconsistency? Look at his face. No, Your Honour. Your Honour, as the detective's testimony was based around it being strange for Meryl to be carrying that equipment, the defence moves that this testimony be considered superfluous to the case. I am obliged to agree, Miss Aquila. I see no alternative but to ask you to relinquish the stand. Randy. Always a pleasure, Judge Tawney. Am I imagining things, or... Flatfoot and the judge? No, you're not imagining things. Apparently he was a bit of a heartbreaker in his day. What's that? Oh, nothing important. Oh, cute. I trust you have another witness, Mr. Hawk? I do. Then let's keep this moving. Bring in your third witness. Witness, please confirm your name and occupation. Travis Bright, lead singer and frontman of Tyrannosaurus Rex. I assume that to be some sort of musical group. You don't get out much, do you, Tawny? I don't listen to crap. Ooh, burn, Tawny. Talk about taking no prisoners. You got directions to the nearest burn ward? Now, Mr. Bright, I would have you refer to me as Your Honor. What's that? Yes, Your Honor. Still can't argue with the results. If I may, Mr. Bright, your friend Meryl was arrested, so in her case I understand. But why are you still wearing that ridiculous outfit? Oh, this? This is what I was wearing when I was at the scene. I thought it was customary to wear the same clothes for the hearing. Customary where? Cloud Cuckoo Land? Fine. With that established, can you explain how you came to be involved in this incident? Of course. Meryl, Jackie, and I have known each other since grade school. The Greenacre Halloween party has become a bit of a tradition. This is our 5th time attending. We dress as characters from our favourite video game from when we were kids, Dragon Fantasy V. I always thought Dragon Fantasy IV was the better one. They lost their charm when the series went 3D. I always preferred 7. Casuals, clearly 3 is superior. This is a Final Fantasy reference, right? Carry on, Mr. Bright. Early in the evening, I met up with Jackie for a quick smoke before the party. Jackie smokes? Not that much. I guess you'd call us social smokers. Though she'll kill me for bringing that up, she doesn't like people to know. I tend to vape. Of course you do. So you met up with her before the party? Yep, good for her too, as she didn't have a light. She had to borrow my lighter. In fact, she hasn't given it back yet. It was a promo item from my band's last tour, has our logo stamped on the side. Best to make a note of that. Gained item, Travis's lighter. Mr. Bright, please just proceed to giving your formal statement to the court. Fine, fine. Witness statement. This is the 5th time the 3 of us have attended the Greenacre Halloween party. Jackie, Meryl, and I have just been friends since why did I always say middle school? Jackie, Meryl, and I have almost been friends. No, wrong word again. Jackie, Meryl, and I have just been friends since grade school. So anyways, at midnight, Meryl had to move off to start cleaning up the site. It's part of her job. I thought I'd go for another smoke with Jackie while we waited for her. But I couldn't find Jackie anywhere, and I lost track of Meryl too. In the end, I just left. I got home around 1 AM. Very well. Miss Aquila, you may begin your cross-examination. He seems quite cavalier about his relationship with Meryl and Jackie. That's probably where I should start. Cross-examination. Well, what I'm going to start with is pressing all statements, because we were told to do that.
Hold it!
You like it that much? Sure do. I'm hoping Tyrannosaurus can headline the event next year. He likes the event. End of story. Hawk, there's being expedient, and there's just being rude.
Hold it!
How did you meet? Well, it's a long story involving some homework, a pineapple, and a huge badger. Is this really relevant? I suppose not. Let him talk about the badger, Hawk! Yeah, I want to know about the badger. Tell me about the badger.
Hold it!
You didn't ask if she needed help? Of course I did. I'm not a complete jerk, you know. But she insisted, said something about how she wasn't allowed to let party attendees into the site storage units. I guess that makes sense, it's private property after all. I thought I'd go for an- oh no, wait,
Hold it!
that's back to this again. A social smoke? Something like that, yeah. Okay.
Hold it!
You lost track of them? The camping grounds are dark. Plus, there are like trees and stuff. It's quite a big place. I suppose that's fair. It was midnight after all.
Hold it!
You just left without seeing your friends? I did look for them for about 20 minutes. Still, the party was over and we all live in different directions anyway. Alright. Something's not right about the way he refers to Jackie and Meryl. Do I have any evidence that gives a better idea of their relationship? Yeah, we do. We got pictures of them being all lovey-dovey. Right. So I think it's this one we want to present evidence to. What do you think? Which picture do you think? A or B? I mean, probably A because it's got the really obvious heart in it, right? Yeah, I'm thinking the really obvious heart picture. So let's go with that. Boop.
Objection!
This photo tells a different story, Mr. Bright. Fine. Jackie and I dated last year for a few weeks. It didn't work out. You never told me that. Why didn't you? Defendant, please restrain yourself. Carry on, Mr. Bright. Lately, Meryl and I had started to grow a bit closer. And Jackie was fine with this? I mean, she never said she had a problem. Just how dense is this guy? Anyway, when it got late around 11 p.m., Meryl and I crept off for some alone time. I didn't see Jackie after that. I see. Your Honour, the defence requests that this information be added to his testimony. Very well. Witness, please add this to your statement. I don't think Jackie feels is fine about it at all, do you? But let's start with pressing. You sure about that? She's never said anything, and she can be pretty assertive when she wants to be. Why, did she say something? Did she? I'll need to think about it. Okay, cut that one. Cut that one. Hey, actually, let's go back. Back to that new statement. Yeah. Right. I don't think she's fine with it, is she?
Objection!
Ooh. You may not be aware of it, Mr. Bright, but Jackie hates Meryl. Seriously? Everyone just saying yes. Whoa. Be that as it may. Miss Aquila, is further discussion in this area a good use of the court's time? The witness left the scene long before the event, and I'm unsure if he can offer any more insight. I don't like it, but we can't see any other line of questioning. Not every witness is going to be helpful. Still, maybe he gave us more than we realize. I doubt it. I concur, Your Honour. We can move on. Your Honour? Yes, Mr. Hawke? While that short diversion into the love lives of these three people was informative, none of that changed the facts of the case. Mr. Bright's testimony ends just after midnight, so that still leaves Merrill Tidfull near the building with fire lighting equipment and a proposed motive for the crime. But I didn't start the fire. Please listen to me. I would never do such an awful thing. Mrs. Tidfull, please control yourself. You'd better think of something, Nina, and fast. But Hawk's right. Bright's statement was no help at all. Trust in your client's innocence. If Merrill's innocent, then Hawk's case is just a theory constructed to fit the facts. The only way to beat him is to come up with a better theory. Think. Another theory. What do we really know? Mr. Bright was with Merrill, but she broke off to clean up just after midnight. Bright then went home about 20 minutes later. Then in the next 3 hours, someone started a fire. Mr. Bright had gone home, but Merrill and Jackie were still at the camping grounds. Wait, could it be? Miss Aquila, does the defence have anything to add before I pass judgment? Yes, there's something else. Yes, Your Honour. I think we've missed something very important here. Mr. Hawk? Mm-hmm. You claim my client is guilty because she was present at the scene. Yes. And had a motive to start the fire? Yes. Wait. What's your point, Aquila? Perhaps you didn't look closely enough at your own witnesses. What?
Order.
Miss Aquila, you're seriously suggesting that someone else could be responsible for the fire? I am, yes. I don't believe Merrill started the fire. I believe it was... Merrill, right? It's gotta be Merrill, right? I mean... It's not Chad, he wasn't there, or it's not the detective, he wasn't there till the fire... Oh no, sorry, Merrill's our defendant, sorry. Jackie! That one. Yeah, Travis is dumb. Jackie. Yeah. Jackie. Yeah, Merrill's our defendant, Jackie's the other lady. Jackie. Jackie Marsden, the witness? If I may, Your Honour, Jackie was present at the scene. Wait! Jackie's whereabouts between midnight and 3 AM are unknown. Wait! And it's obvious Jackie hates Merrill Tidfull and wants to sabotage her date with Travis. Wait! I won't stand by while you say such mean-spirited things. What sort of person do you think I am? Your Honour. Yes. I want to testify again.
Objection!
Judge Tawney, I must protest. You forget yourself, Mr. Hawk. The rules in this scenario are quite clear. The witness may testify if she wishes to do so. Yes, ma'am. Them's the rules, Chad. Witness statement. How dare you accuse me of wrongdoing? I waited at the entrance to the campgrounds for hours. Well, that was short. Statements made under emotional stress usually are. Very well, Miss Aquila, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay, Nina, time to knock this one out of the park. Cross-examination. Jackie, we've been friends for years. Why are you doing this? Your Honour. Miss Tidfull, please remain quiet during the cross-examination. Just hang on, Merrill. We'll straighten this out. I waited... No. Pressing that one here. Jackie, there's something which has been bothering me about all this. Why were you there? What? The party was over at midnight, according to Travis.
Objection!
The witness is not on trial. There could be many reasons she would wait around. For 3 hours? That just means Meryl had plenty of time to set the building on fire. She's clearly guilty. She was rooting around in the main building for ages before I caught her. Drill down far enough and you always hit pay dirt. And I think you just drilled into the real Jackie Marsden. Witness, are you suggesting you saw my client inside the building before the fire? You didn't. You wouldn't. So what if I did? You said you waited by the exit of the camping ground for ages. Why then didn't you check if your friend was okay once the fire started? You did it. Just because you were jealous? You started the fire while I was inside? Don't be ridiculous. After all, you were the only one with fire lighting equipment. How would I have started a fire? She's right, unless... Wait. Did she have a way to start the fire? Yes! Miss Aquila, I'm going to need you to present proof that Miss Marsden could have started the fire. This lighter that we've been... Tyrannosaurus Rex, indeed. Love it. Jackie, you did have a source of ignition with you. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. You got it from Travis Bright earlier that evening. And you instructed him not to tell anyone about it. No! And judging from your reaction, I'm willing to bet that you still have it right now in this very room. Ooh. Can't possibly, I mean... Sorry, wrong, Mr. Aquila. We'll see about that. Detective Flatfoot. Yes, Your Honour. I will submit the paperwork later. Perform a stop and search on this woman immediately. Mr. Hawke. Do it. Hey, stop! Cease struggling, Miss Marsden, or I will hold you in contempt of court. Well, just a few items, Your Honour. A set of keys, a smartphone, and one lighter, which seems to bear some sort of design. Well, don't keep us in suspense. What's the design? Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have my glasses with me. Mr. Hawke, don't just stand there. It's like a dinosaur and a guitar. Tyrannosaurus Rex! But... Miss Marsden? Is she okay? Oh, wow, she actually fainted. Your Honour, the prosecution would like to enter a statement into the record in light of recent events. Go ahead. The prosecutor's office has taken Jackie Marsden into custody. We plan to charge her with arson, with intent to murder, or at the very least reckless endangerment. Thank you, Mr. Hawke. We will have to wait for that trial to truly close this matter. However, Miss Aquila's defence has made one thing quite clear. The prosecution's defence against Meryl Tidfull does not stand up to scrutiny. Therefore, on the sole charge of arson, I pronounce the defendant
Not guilty.
District Courthouse, Defendant Lobby C, November 5th, 11:14 AM. Well done. How do you feel? Like, I feel like I'm about to throw up. Good. What? That's just the adrenaline. You'll be fine in an hour. How can you be so upbeat? We came within an inch of losing. Relative could have gone to jail over a false accusation. You want to know a secret, Nina? Sometimes they don't. There's something they don't tell you in law school. It's always like this. More often than not, a case will go right down to the wire. But you have to just keep pushing, keep up the pressure, and have faith in your client's innocence, even when no one else does. That's what you did today. And that's why I think you're going to be a great defense attorney. Thanks, Anya. You're really amazing. Yeah, I know. Now put on your best smile. I think I hear Meryl just outside. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. To tell the truth, I got real worried a few times during the trial. But you were incredible. You never lost your cool even for a second. Well, not on the surface, right? Like a swan, believe me. Yep. Calm under the surface and paddle, paddle, paddle under the water. It's my job, Miss Tidful. I'm a defense attorney. Oh, don't be so modest, Mr. Don't be so No. Don't be so modest, Miss Aquila. You're a bona fide legal eagle. She really is. Gotta admit, I kinda like the sound of that. Babe, you're here! Oh, Travis. We should probably give them a moment. Not on your life, I want to see how this goes. Meryl, babe, I'm so happy you're okay. Let's go out to celebrate. I mean, my band has a gig later, but we can fit it around. Why didn't you tell me that you and Jackie dated last year? I mean, if she had a problem, I thought she would just out and say. You could have at least mentioned it to her. Babe. And stop calling me that. Travis, I'm going for a celebratory drink with Nina and Anya. We are? Looks like it. Then what am I supposed to do? You can start by apologizing to Jackie. I screwed this up, huh? No, Travis, you didn't. Not really. Jackie did, when she chose to set fire to that building. Still, you seem like a decent guy. Go talk to her. You'll feel better afterwards, I'm sure. Cool, cool, I'm out. Laters. I'm sorry you two had to see that. It's fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. Awkward. So, drinks? Sounds like a plan. Not even lunchtime. Yeah, it's quitting time somewhere, right? Let's go get some mimosas. Go sign yourself out, Meryl. We'll meet you out front. You did well today, Nina, even after the rocky start. So lighten up. A good attorney learns from their defeats, but a great attorney also makes the time to celebrate their victories. Each case is a fresh start, with a new client and a new chance to help someone who needs it. And sometimes, maybe a couple of times in your career, it's a chance to put right something that's gone wrong. Remember that, okay? I'll see you outside. The rest of the day, if I'm honest, is a bit of a blur. However, I did my best to burn Anya's advice into my memory. Part of me felt that it would be important someday. Ooh? Jackie Marsden from the Clink. That's gonna cost you extra, but yeah, I can take care of her. What's your timetable? Yep, within 2 weeks, no problem. She won't have time to blab. Another one? Who? The defense attorney? No. Never mind why, that's my business. Plus, the papers say she's a bit of a rising star. Too rich for my blood. Too high profile. Anya Miller? Her supervisor? Yeah, that could be arranged. I'm thinking poison. What's that? You want her alive? I see. It'll be difficult, sure. But I like a challenge. Suzuku. To be continued. I recognize those kinda from anime. Next time on Nina Aquila Legal Eagle. I didn't do it. You need to stop running, Anya. I didn't shoot her. I didn't. I believe you. But half the department's combing the docks for you. You have to let me take you in. Drop the gun, Anya. Anya Miller, I'm placing you under arrest. Ooh. I'm not wearing this. Oh, come on, Nina. It's in your contract. Remember the direct-to-viewer segments at the end of each episode? Case? I don't care, I'm not wearing a leotard. But it's like from Gunbuster. Gunbuster. That being. You like Gunbuster. I do. I do like Gunbuster. Great. Don't forget the ears. And the tail. The what now? The ears I get, but what are the wings about? Aquila Channel. Hello. Welcome to Aquila Channel, a special viewer-facing segment where we talk to you, the player. I feel ridiculous. I'm a lawyer, not a croupier. Is that how you pronounce that? I'm not actually sure how you pronounce that. Hush, Nina. In this segment, normally we'll talk about the legal ideas and pop culture references from each episode. Ooh, I get to talk about legal stuff? Okay, so... Hold up, Nina. This episode we have a much more important thing to talk about. If you say so. This was just the first case of Nina Aquila Legal Eagle, and was really just a tutorial. If you're here, that means you've just played it. Nina's adventures are just starting. This was just the first step. Though we don't exactly have the best sets, and our props are all hand-me-downs. And I think there's a stain on this bunny girl outfit. Okay, enough about that. Now you can move on to Chapter 2, a bigger adventure with a variety of features including exploring crime scenes, speaking to witnesses, mini-games, a city overworld, and me. I need a good voice for Dylan, guys. How am I gonna voice Dylan? Dylan's my fave. And me. We'll figure it out a bit. Who's he? We'll talk later. So if you like this first taste of Nina Aquila Legal Eagle, we like to call our fans nailers. We do not like that. Anyway, if you like what you've seen, tell your friends. And see you soon in Nina Aquila Legal Eagle Chapter 2. Broken Wings. Hey. Anya, hey. We still get paid, right? Because if I have to wear these ears again... Shh, wait till we're clear. What kind of actor are you? There we go. That's the end of chapter 1. The tutorial. Now we have credits. I could probably skip these, but I can't be bothered. Did you enjoy that, Kevin? What did you think? Ooh. You have unlocked Chapter 2, Broken Wings. You can also replay Chapter 1. Cool. Alright, shall we start Chapter 2? What do you think? Should we start it today or leave it for another time? I will leave it up to you, chat. I'm still okay to carry out. I mean, look, we've got a timer now in the at the bottom, so you can actually see what time it is for me. I figured that would be useful. I said timer when I meant clock. Oops. Glad you thought it was fun. You know what? I'm gonna make an executive decision, and I'm gonna start chapter 2. Let's go. I want to play more. So that requires me to interact with this. You don't play this sort of games, do you? I actually really like these sort of games. I've played a lot of the Ace Attorney games. Let's start chapter 2, Broken Wings. Ooh. What am I gonna do? Aquila Defence and Law Officers, December 3rd, 9:32 a.m. Hey, here's Dylan. Yep, 9th floor, just like in the ad. Hello? Anyone here? Someone's gotta be here. The door's just wide open. Someone who's left this place a real mess. And what's with all these boxes? Is that a bed? No, that isn't it. Is that a bed? What kind of lawyer's office is this? And also, tell me that smells not the kitchen. There's gotta be someone around here who can explain all this. Aw, Nina's sleeping on the sofa. Oh, what is wrong with you? What's wrong with me? Why are you half naked in a lawyer's office? I live here? You live... That just poses further questions. Look, just give me a sec.
Hey!
Did you seriously just jump in the shower? Yes? And keep your distance, Goggle Boy. Are you gonna be a while, or...? Yes! Listen, I can come back later. Just take a seat in my office. I'll just be about, 20 minutes? 20 minutes? It's been a few days. What is it? Is it about my eye? I, don't mean to pry, but... Then don't. You can start by telling me why you walked in. This is a lawyer's office, isn't it? Defense attorney. And we're closed. Oh, sorry, I guess I got confused by your open front door. I've been meaning to get that fixed. It's not the only thing around here that seems to need fixing. What did you say? Look, I don't know what kind of... Aren't you going to answer that? Just let it go to voicemail. Why didn't you answer it? That's Anya's phone. It keeps getting these unknown caller calls. At first I picked them up, but they were always telemarketers. She left it plugged in when she left. Wait. You're not Anya Miller, the defense attorney? Oh, look at the blush. Blushy doll. Love it. I thought this was Miller Defense and Law. Aquila Defense and Law. Has been for over 2 weeks. So you're a defense attorney too? Yeah, but I'm not currently taking any cases. Oh, were you too busy? No? You're on hiatus or something? Not as such. Retired? Don't be absurd. Then why? I'm just not taking cases, okay? We're closed. Fine. Wait. You have a help wanted sign in the doorway. Oh, that was before you were secretary? Have you seen this place? You really think I can afford to pay a secretary? I'll do it for free. For free? If you promise to meet my friend and think about taking his case. You got any references? Yeah. I know what surface cleanser is. Youch. You just gotta meet him. Do that and I'll clean this place up, even if you don't take the case. The place really could do with a clean. Fine. I'm Nina, by the way. Nina Aquila. Dylan Merlo. Where are we meeting your friend? He's in a detention cell at the police station. And, he's accused of murdering someone a bit. Great. Murdering someone a bit. Okay, we'll head down to the detention center, but no promises. Sweet, let's go. Dylan Merlo has joined your party. Ooh. Stuff from my apartment. I want to unpack, but there's nowhere to put it all. Yeah, Nina, why are you living in here? Legal books, case studies, precedents, and a couple bodice rippers. I'm gonna go exploring now. we can't go into the kitchen, I see. The kitchen's a bit of a sight right now. Best to consider it off limits. Oh no. These were the only place I could stash all of my clothes. Needs to clean. Yeah, everything's kind of dirty, right? I knew installed the shower months ago. It's surprisingly handy. I am going to go and interact with everything now because I don't need to pee. And besides, this is the men's. So is this one just going to say, I don't need to pee? I don't need to pee. Bed. I've got no reason to use the phone right now. That's the box again. A tablet PC, though these days I only really use it as an alarm clock. My laptop, no time to browse Reddit today. Desktop printer, so that means it's useless. Seriously, digital cameras and computers have come so far, why are printers still useless? What were you expecting, a great ball? Ah, love it. Oh, what about the window? Oh yeah, we have that before. All right. I guess we're gonna use the lift. Chapter 2, Broken Wings. Oh, what the? That's natural light. How long have you been cooped up in your office? I don't know. 2 weeks? 2 weeks? But it feels like longer, like as if it was 6 months. I had shows to binge. It's weird, the city looks bigger somehow. Ooh, this is the city of... Where's the police station again? I don't actually know. Do you have GPS on your phone? Yeah, just a sec. Oh, hey Ethan! Thanks for the key so I could do the stream tonight. We're having fun over here. Wow, there's 6 people streaming this right now? That's cool. Nice of you to pop by. When you're so busy, obviously, today with the release and all. There it is, to the southwest. We just need to head for the exclamation mark icon. Then let's go. Okay, exclamation mark is down, 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 down. That's like Tokyo Tower, right? It's not just me, right? This one? Yeah, this looks like exclamation mark. Police detention area, December 3rd, 9:55 AM. What's his name again? Terry. Terry Scrub. Not Tokyo Tower, huh? I mean, maybe it's another tower, right? And thanks for doing this. I haven't accepted yet. Even so. Oh, what the... You? Hi? God, I'm done here. I thought you knew this guy. We go way back. You certainly act like old friends. God! This is going nowhere fast. How do you know him? We, used to ride together. He's like a brother. Ride together? Wait. You're from a biker gang? Kinda? Terry, will you just sit down? I have nothing to say to you. Fine, then at least talk to her. A pirate cosplayer? I'm what? I told you before, Dylan, I don't need your help. God! I've seen enough. Wait! Listen! Both of you! Nina, please. And Terry, sit down. I've been to every lawyer's office in this city. You are not dismissing the only one I got to come down here without speaking to her. He's been turned down by every lawyer in Fledge City? You gotta at least hear what he did. Fine. What did he do? Shoot the mayor? He's accused of killing Joel Da Silva. The billionaire? I didn't kill him. He was already dead. Well, that's a start. I should talk to him more and find out what happened. Start from the beginning. I didn't do it. You've made that abundantly clear. But if I'm going to represent you, I need to know what you're accused of. Fine. I was taking part in a card tournament at the High Flyers Casino. The place on the edge of town? That's right, you know it? Only from a distance. I went to Da Silva's room to talk to him. But when I got up to his room, the door was ajar. And then... What happened, Scrub? I walked in and Da Silva was motionless. He was face up on his bed. The room was a mess too. I was looking down on his huge body to see if he was dead. That's when a maid walked in and saw me. She screamed and ran out of the room, and the next thing I knew, hotel security grabbed me. I told them I was innocent, but they wouldn't believe me. I'm starting to see why it was so difficult for you to find an attorney. See, you don't believe me either. I said no such thing. He's not doing himself any favours with that mouth of his. Still, he seems confident. Maybe he could defend himself. Who needs attorneys anyway? I've got a plan. Oh, this is gonna be good. A plan? It's so simple that it's ingenious. Let's hear it then, if it's so simple. Are we alone? I'm gonna slip away when they come to get me for the trial. That sounds like a terrible plan. That's your plan? The whole plan? Well, I haven't worked out all the details. You haven't worked out any details. Okay, perhaps expecting him to defend himself was a tad optimistic. Nina, back me up on this. Do I really have to rationalize why trying to break out of prison on the eve of a trial is a bad idea? Okay, time for my stern voice. It's a bad idea, Terry. Nailed it. What else am I supposed to do? I keep saying I'm innocent. No one will believe me. No one believes you? Why are you so certain that no one believes you? Come on, T-Bro. Tell her what happened. I'm working up to it. The Silver and I had an argument. You said you'd kill him if you ever saw him again. Maybe I did. I was angry. I always said your temper was going to get you in trouble someday, T-Bro. And stop it with all that T-Bro nonsense. We haven't called each other that since we were kids. It's scrub. I don't understand. You said that De Silva was already dead when you entered his hotel room. Because of that hairstyle. The argument was in the morning, a few hours before Terry was arrested. He was the top-ranked card player in the world, and he didn't seem busy. I ran into him in the hotel lobby, I asked him to play, and he said yes. Okay, and then what happened? He won. Ask an obvious question, I guess. But he was sneaky. He caught me in a trap. I would never... Forget the actual game. What happened next? You got into a fight? No, it was just words. But why did you go to his... Because a few hours later, I saw that De Silva had badmouthed me on Bleater. Bleater? It's a microblogging service online. You make posts called Bleats. I assume this is Twitter. Twitter, but make it sheep. I'd calmed down by then, and I kind of felt bad, so I thought I'd go apologize. And that's when he saw his door ajar? Right. Oh my god. It's hopeless, isn't it? Mrs. Scrub, please. It's hopeless, I'm gonna hang. I'll admit, it doesn't look good. Best keep that to myself at this particular moment. Hopeless? Hopeless. Did you really try every attorney in Fledge City? Everyone. Your office was high on my list. I emailed Anya Miller yesterday but got no reply. I really just came by to chase up the email. It was a shot in the dark. See? It's like I said. T-Bro, I know this must be difficult. You don't know anything. You got no idea how it feels. The cops took a statement when they arrested me. You know what they did? They asked if I wanted to make a confession. But I've done nothing wrong. That's pretty standard procedure, but he seems genuinely upset about it. You got no idea. No idea. Terry. Sounds like real life, huh? Which part? The part where it's hopeless? I jest. On the contrary, Mrs. Scrub, I know all too well how maddening that can be. I don't feel ready to take another case. But if they've really been to every other attorney in the city, someone has to stand for him. May as well be me. I think it's time to flash the ID. Present item. Attorney ID card. Terry Scrub, I formally ask if you would like me to represent you in court. I can't promise you victory, but I swear I'll do everything within my power. You'll do it? You're taking my case? I'm offering to, yes. Legally, I'm obligated to say that you can always represent yourself. No, no, please, be my attorney. Oh, thank you so much. Great. Normally this is where we discuss my fee, but Dylan... Psst. What is it? Don't tell him I've offered to work for his fee. He might refuse the gesture. Fine. What's this about fees? The county will take care of that. Worry about it after the trial. Okay. Now for the awkward part. Now that you've accepted, we need to get something out of the way. Something we lawyers call the $1 million question. Do you know what that means? No. I'm your defense attorney, but I can only help you if you trust me. If you tell me you're innocent, I'll trust in your innocence right up until the end. If you say you're guilty, it's my duty to stand by you in court and hold the prosecution to task. So right now, look me in the eye and answer me one question. Did you kill Joel Da Silva? No. Okay, I believe you. You do? I do. And so do I. You think you did it, Space Narwhal? Also, hi, Space Narwhal. What makes you think you did it? Thank you. Gained item, profile, Terry Scrub. And that's all the options, so I guess we leave. If the trial's really tomorrow, we've got to get to work. Anything else before we go? There's just one more thing. Really? What's that? Da Silva didn't look like he had just died. You saying he looked like he's been dead for a long time? No, it doesn't look like he had just dropped dead. But that bleep was only 10, maybe 15 minutes before I got there. Have you seen many dead bodies? Well, no, but you did say anything. I guess I did. I'll keep it in mind when we see the coroner's report. Meanwhile, sit tight and try not to worry. Okay. Dylan, we need to get over to the High Flyers Casino. Let's move. Alright. I see, and that will be the new exclamation mark on my... Nope, that's a dead end. This way. This building. High Flyers Casino, December 3rd, 10:32 AM. Okay, now we're here. First priority is... Wait. Those banners say DFA. DFA? This is an anime convention. Well, yeah. But Scrub said Da Silva was a world champion card player. He was. He was the world champion of Dragon Fantasy Arena. The children's trading card game? What were you expecting? I don't know, poker, blackjack? We are at a casino. Huh. Yeah, starting to see how you could have misunderstood. You think? Anyway, let's start by speaking to someone at the front desk. I don't see a porter or receptionist. Me neither, so plan B. Scrub said De Silva's body was in his room. Let's find a way upstairs. We should also try to speak to people, to find out what's going on. We might turn up something useful. Yay, anime convention! Let's start over here on the right. Hey, look, a toilet. It's just the same, I don't need to pee. What's this stuff? Sweet, the dining hall! I could really do with something to eat. I think it's only open at mealtimes. Plus, I suspect this place is expensive. What forgot over here? It's an ATM. I've got better things to do than be reminded of all the money I don't have. A dank basement in Italy, huh? What was that for? Aren't you kind of worried though? Not really. They say they caught the guy who did it. Who is he? Just some scrub. Ooh, can we insert a fire extinguisher? No. What about you? Do you want to play on the Nintendo Switch too? Maybe someday. Okay, let's talk to the guy on the other side. Do you want to play on the Nintendo Switch too? No, it's okay, it's just the exact same. Okay, what about this girl? Oh hey, first time here? Yeah, me too. Cool, oh. Do you know what the event schedule is like? You'll get a copy when you sign up, in the comm book. People started turning up yesterday, some of the VIPs too. That must have been why De Silva was here. Today is mainly about arrivals and registration, while the comm staff set everything up. Then for tomorrow, the event lasts 6 days, with the DFA finals on the last day. Wow, that is the longest convention I've ever heard of. 6 days, huh? They say that's the busiest day too. Thanks, that's useful to know. Have fun. Hey, we got some useful information there. Food here is really good, but a bit expensive. Yeah, DFA can be a bit of a wallet killer. Like most card games, right? Hi! Hi, sweet eye patch. Are you here for the con too? No, we're here to investigate a Yeah, we're here for the con. Maybe don't tell that to everyone we meet, Dylan? What's going on? Why is there such a long line? Oh, these things are always busy when people start turning up at the venue. Plus, with all the cosplayers, everyone has a lot of luggage. Apparently 2 of the elevators are busted and the 3rd one's pretty slow. We could be here for hours. Ooh, ouch. What about the stairs? Hours? Like, I guess if you have, like, huge suitcases, maybe you don't want to take the stairs. I think we'll come back later. Have fun! Gained item, faulty elevators. What if I talk to this person? Hey, what's with the long line? She's trying to cut it in. Hey, get to the back of the line like everyone else. Okay. What's up here? Ooh. Hey, is there any chance of using the stairs? Sorry, but the stairwell's closed. The hotel asked us to make sure no one uses them. What do you mean, closed? They're being rebuilt. Apparently most of the floors are inaccessible, even if you tried. Sorry, but you'll have to wait for the elevator. Sounds like a bit of a fire hazard. Gained item, place stairs. I mean, of course the hairstyles are going to be a bit out there, but this is an anime convention, right? Some of these are probably wigs. Can we interact with this? No. Can we interact with the suitcase? No. What's this door? It looks like you need some kind of key card to open this door. What about this? Okay, same thing. Next person, next person. Welcome to DFA 23. If you need help, just grab one of us gophers. We're all in yellow. Okay, so the gophers are in yellow. Start from the bottom. Man, I can't wait to see Axel Reyes play this weekend. You know, right? It's gonna be awesome. Wow, people really do seem excited about all this. Dyeing your hair the same colour as the character doesn't work if you're doing, like, multiple cosplays in a weekend. Trust me. Wigs are way easier. Eliza, yes, with a Z. I definitely signed up on the website. She seems busy. Okay, next one. Can I? Okay, I can only interact with the last person on this queue. Now, where did I put my ID? She seems busy. I swear, these lines get longer every year, right? The lines? Oh, definitely. Incognito. Hey, what's with the long line? Okay, that's just the same thing as the line on the other one. Is gonna be the same? Yep. To everyone. What about this guy? Welcome to DFA 23. Jump in any of these three lines to get your passes. Just have your ID ready. And follow instructions from any of the gophers. We're all in yellow, so you can tell. No, we're not with the con. We're just trying to get upstairs. Not here with the con? Sorry, the con's booked out the entire venue. Every hotel room and every hall. Wow, really? Told you, DFA's super popular right now. You'll have to speak with the hotel staff. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to keep directing con attendees. Okay, next. Need more lanyards for the passes. I think there's some in those boxes. They seem busy. Yeah, I guess running these sorts of events isn't always glamorous. What's this? That's a bin, isn't it? Yeah, various recycling bins. And I assume I also can't go in the toilets. Yeah. Oh, what about the boxes? Okay. Last guy. Sorry, this area is off limits for now. They're still setting up. Unless your staff will have a VIP pass, I can't help you. Go bother someone else. I know you've got a job to do, but there's no need to be a prick about it. Present item. A Cerny ID card? That's an ID, right? That's not a ticket. I know, it's a defense attorney ID. Which isn't a ticket. I know. Look, I can't let anyone pass unless their staff will have one of the special early access VIP passes. Clear? Crystal. I don't think any of these are gonna... What if I presented them with close stats? What's that for? I guess that was the wrong item. Okay. I guess we leave? I don't think we're going to get anywhere with this guy. Ah, you're right, I should have used the iPad. It's him, he's here! OMG, it's really him! What's all the commotion? It must be Axel Reyes. Wait, I recognize him. Isn't he a billionaire too? Don't you know? He's Axel Reyes, second ranked in the world at Dragon Fantasy Arena. Reyes. He's the owner of Reyes Corp. What did they make again? High-end pro video gaming equipment. Also that energy drink, Relentless. Why is he at a tournament for a children's card game? You know, it takes a lot of skill to play at a high level. Plus, with its modern holographic technology, the game's become a great spectator sport. If you say so. I do say so. Hey, Dylan, do you play DFA as well? Everyone was really excited to see if Axel could take on De Silva, the reigning champion. I guess now he'll have to make do with the newcomer Marcus Steele and his longtime rival Stella Faraday. Hang on. Are you playing your own theme music? You're in my way. What? I wish to inspect the duel arena before the tournament. It's closed. Closed? No barrier exists that can stop Resenial, the Serpent of Death. I can't do that with a straight face. Let's try that one again. No barrier exists that can stop Resenial, the Servant of Darkness. Get out of my way, lest you wish to contend with his wrath. Well, we got a case of Chinevio here. I don't respond well to threats. Plus, I'm struggling to hear you over the sound of that Bluetooth speaker. Please make way for the VIP or I'll be forced to have you removed. Nina, it's the Axel Rose. Rays. The Axel Rays. Fine. Right this way, Axel. Call us if you need anything. Wow, he jumped back into place very quickly, that gave her. So cool! Evidently, the room's only closed to the little people. So this is why Scrub was here? To play against these guys? Yeah, Scrub was always a decent player of DFA. He wanted to try and get into the big leagues, if that makes sense. You know, when I got up this morning, it probably wouldn't have. And now? I'm starting to get it. Hey, look! There's a porter at the front desk. Great, let's go speak to him. Alright, we're gonna get somewhere now. We hope. But actually, just before I do that, I'm out of water. So, quick water break. I will be back in a sec. And then back. Oh, accidentally clicking. Alright. I like the keyboard movement better. Right, let's talk to the porter. Sorry, I can't provide assistance with costumes. Costumes? Are you talking about my eye patch? I'm not here with the convention. Oh? I'm so sorry. This place is just so full of weirdos right now. Hey, I've attended previous years, you know. They're just geeks, not weirdos. Okay, some of them are pretty weird. But there's no need to make a sweeping generalization. My apologies. Anyway, can I help you? Something upstairs. We're looking to get upstairs. Sorry about the line, but you'll just have to wait. 2 of the elevators are out of order and the stairwell is closed. Yeah, I saw that about the stairs. How can a stairwell be closed? The owner hatched some cockadoodle plan to replace all the stairs with escalators. You seem quite frank with regards to your employer. This is like the second game we played where the hotel employees are like, yeah, the owner's a bit... Right, we have that in Seven Scarlet as well. Oh, I'm sorry. I should try to be more professional. In any case, the work is ongoing, so many of the floors don't actually have stairs. Isn't that a fire hazard? Oh. The floors have fire escapes, but using those would set off the alarm. So the only way upstairs for normal guests is to wait in line. Let's have something that will convince him to let us cut in line. Shall I use the eye patch this time? I don't think that's going to help, but I kind of want to see how he reacts. That's nice. What do you expect me to do with it? I guess that was the wrong item. Okay. It doesn't have a special thing. It's going to be the ID card. ID. I'm actually a defense attorney representing Terry Scrub. Oh, the murderer? The defendant. Ah, of course. My apologies. I think this guy lives with his foot in his mouth. The police are still upstairs. De Silva's room is, was? Well, it's on the 5th floor in any case. Do you mind if we cut in line for the elevator? Probably best not to, but I have a better idea. Take this. Gained item, casino stairwell pass. What's this for? See that access door? You can open it with that keycard. Beyond that, you'll find a service staircase and a freight elevator. We give those cards to staff and select VIP guests. Thanks. Oh, and please try to keep discussion of the incident to a minimum in front of guests. Don't they know about the murder? Oh, they know. There was an announcement last night. Management has told us that De Silva was a big patron of this event and would have liked to see it go ahead. So everyone's trying to make the best of it. Makes sense. Thanks for your help. Call me if you need anything else. Alright. Let's go use that keycard. High Flyers Casino, 5th floor, December 3rd, 11:33 no, 11:35 even. 11:35 a.m. Oh god. Too many stairs. Are you okay? Do I look okay? Wow, you're really out of shape. I'll have you know I can object to 2 statements at once. We should have just used the freight elevator. That coffin? It looks older than my office building. My windows leak when it rains. Well, we're here now. 5th floor, right? Seems like it. Okay, let's look for a uniform. The porter said the police were still here. Well, I mean, that looks like police there. Hey, what's with the phone? No, nothing. These must be the 2 broken elevators. And the non-broken elevator. Can I sneak past? No. Sorry, but this floor is closed. Unless you have business here, I'll have to ask you to leave. I should explain who we are. Okay, let's actually go talk to him. Sorry, but this floor is closed. Unless you have business here, I'll have to ask you to leave. Present item. Accept my ID card. What's this? My ID. I know that voice. Miss Aquila, as I live and breathe. I haven't seen you in weeks. Great. Just great. She's an attorney, Stefan. She can have access to the scene. I'll vouch for her. You heard him. I can guess why you're here. Due diligence? Not sure I follow your meaning, Detective. I mean, Scrub's going to plead guilty, right? Plead guilty. No, he isn't. Who's this? Wait, is Dylan my PA? My secretary? I mean, he isn't a paralegal. Gotta say something or the silence will have gone on too long. He's my secretary. My secretary. Smooth. Nina, tell him Scrub's not gonna plead. Let me handle this, Dylan. Detective? I think it would be inappropriate to discuss my client's wishes at this time. I mean... Suit yourself. Can you walk us through the crime scene? Yeah, I can do that. The forensics team have finished their preliminary investigation. Are you ready for this? For what? We're about to walk onto a murder scene. You never really know what you're going to see. I'm just asking if you're going to be able to deal with that. What are you suggesting? I'm not suggesting you're not tough. The sight of blood, corpses, some people go into shock when they see them. They can't help it, it's a physical reaction. I can hack it. Okay. Just, if you have to leave in a hurry, no one will think less of you. Got it. Here you go. De Silva's hotel room. Swanky. Is it just me, or does it seem modest? What do you mean? The decor, the furnishings, they're all high quality, but... De Silva was a billionaire CEO. Where's the jacuzzi, the multi-jet shower, the balcony with adjoining helipad? Apparently the guy was quite frugal. He always stayed in this room when in Fledge City. I guess you don't get rich by spending money recklessly. Feel free to poke around, just try not to disturb things too much. Talk to me if you need more info. So what now? Now we investigate the scene. We need to look for anything the forensics team may have missed. Hopefully we'll find something that will disrupt the prosecution's case at the trial tomorrow. And if we don't, let's try to be optimistic. Alright. We'll start with what's next is. Is this De Silva's smartphone? Why didn't CSI take it in for analysis? No need. De Silva had just come back from Portugal. It seems the airline lost some of his luggage. The laptop and the phone are brand new. He bought them on the way here. CSI took copies of all the data, but there was very little to speak of. They also bear no fingerprints, not even De Silva's. None? That's strange. Can't actually get to the laptop, but I guess that would be the same thing. What's this? This is odd. Looks like a Silver Pro card defender. A card defender? Yeah, like a sleeve. All the top VFA players keep their cards in these. Silver Pro makes the best in the business. Strange. I'm not following you. De Silva probably keeps all his cards in these. But this one is empty. Maybe he just had one spare? I mean, one spare's kind of rare, right? Normally you'd have more than one spare, just in case. Maybe, but maybe not. Gain item, card defender. Whoa, a 1993 Bordeaux. The silver knew his wine. Do you? This place seems a mess. I'm almost surprised you'd notice. Okay, you can have that one. Still, there's an order to the chaos. I think someone searched this room for something. And judging by the mess, I'm willing to bet they didn't get it. Gained item, disturbed items. Detective, did you find any fingerprints on any of this stuff? Nope, no prints. You mean none from the killer, or...? No, I mean we have found no fingerprints, not even any of the silver. Zero, nada. That's weird, right? So I'm new to this. But that's weird, right? I did Dylan's line. It's odd, yes. All the same, it's true. Gained item, no fingerprints. Okay. Okay, that's the same. Gloves! You think it's gloves, do you? Is that your final answer? Let's just think about the mess again. I guess it's... Is this really the Silver's outline? He must have been huge. Yeah, they say he was a bodybuilder. He almost competed at international level in his youth. What stopped him? Some accident or something, an injury. That's why he went into business. I guess that syncs up. He earned Silver Pro after all. Silver Pro? we have two guesses now, gloves and telepathy, huh? One of those is more likely, right? Yeah, they make sporting goods. And trading card game products. I think that was why he was so involved in them. There's almost no blood, just a few spots here and there. The coroner's report is pending, but from what I saw when we first came in, it's pretty clear he was strangled to death. Strangled to death. Gained item. Profile, Joel da Silva. Let's have a look at this. I feel like I've seen one of these before. As in, this was the item that brought us into this chapter, right? It's a card game mat made by Silver Pro. I recognize the character. She's the healer in one of the Dragon Fantasy games. It's a popular character with cosplayers. Tell me about it. Yes, because isn't that the character that Meryl was cosplaying? I think. It's kind of hard to tell because it's so small, but... DFA players use these when they want to have a small-scale game. Gained item, card mat. It's the only one here. The Silver could have been doing tournament prep. Yeah, like resleeving his deck. Use a map for that as well. Perhaps, but here's a question. When was the last time you cooked a meal and went so far as to set the dining table just for yourself? Never mind. These cards, are any of them valuable? Let's see. Sierra Archangel, Brauhansa, Pot of Mead. Pot of Mead. Nope, these are all pretty common. We made the same assessment. Okay. There's nothing else on this table, so it's just the chairs. Let's check the bathroom. It's empty. What does Pot of Mead do? Well, I imagine it might allow you to draw 2 more cards. That's my guess, anyway. What are you expecting? A Great Ball? Nothing special? Nothing special. Pretty standard bathtub. It's really clean and bone dry. I guess the silver hadn't used it. Yeah, he's actually not so bad at this. Ooh, we can't get to the fan. I guess we've just got to talk to Detective Flatfoot now. What do you need to know? Arrest. I understand my client was found here at the scene, but why did you arrest him? We took Scrub into custody right away, initially just as a precaution. But one of the hotel staff said they recognised him from a fracas in the lobby, in the hotel lobby. They say he and the victim had argued over a game of cards, and Scrub had said he wanted to kill Da Silva. Putting those two things together, the prosecution service decided to charge him with the murder. Gained item, client-victim argument. Witness. Scrub said that a hotel maid raised the alarm. That's right, she's called Maria Stevens and has worked here for several years. Gained item, profile Maria Stevens. Can I speak with her? Afraid not. She was quite distressed. The prosecution arranged to have her visit a counsellor before the trial. Not too surprising, really, given what she saw. She said that she walked in and saw Scrub standing over Da Silva's body. It took her a moment to realise Da Silva was dead, then she screamed before alerting hotel security. Well, at least that syncs up with Scrub's explanation. Okay, leave, I guess. Oop. High Flyers Casino, 5th floor, December 3rd, 6:15 p.m. I'm looking to vacate the scene pretty soon, Miss Aquila. That's fine, Detective. I think we're done here. We got everything we need. Truthfully, no. Staying here all night isn't going to change that. It's more like we've found everything we're going to find. We need time to examine everything and think about how that affects the case. Time to head back to the office. Take care. Alright. Let's just go see the other end of this hall. I guess... Well, I assume we can't go in these because there isn't a room visible behind them. No answer. No answer. Okay, it's just the same. What are these? Guessing this way's the blocked off staircase. You ever get tired of just standing there like that? You're asking if I get bored of being a police officer? Well, do you? Do you get bored of being a defense attorney? Okay. Miss Aquila. Here it comes. It's good to see you. Back at work, I mean. Got to stay professional. Mm-hmm. Miss Aquila. Nina. I want you to know, will that be all, Detective Flatfoot? Yeah. That'll be all. What was that about? It's personal. You want to talk about it? No. Hey, look, the Q's shelter. Is that still the same person at the end? Because they've been here a lot of hours. It feels like I've been here all day. It's... The Q's over here are a lot shorter. Yeah, I'm at the back of the line. He's still standing up there. Anyway, we need to get back to the office, right? It should be where that home icon is. Hello, Tokyo Tower. this room that's almost as much of a mess as the crime scene. So that went pretty well, right? Right? Not really, Dylan. Don't celebrate yet. But we found plenty of evidence. It's all just bric-a-brac. But I don't want him to dwell on that. Let's change topic. We need to talk about tomorrow. Right, boss. It's gonna take a while to get used to that. How much do you know about being in court? Do you understand what we need to do? Well... we have to prove T-Bro is innocent. Close, but that's not quite right. As a defense, we don't have to prove that Scrub is innocent. Scrub is presumed innocent until proven guilty.
Huh.
I'm familiar with that phrase. Good, so following on from that, there are facts, and there are theories that fit those facts. Fact, Joel Da Silva is dead, and he didn't strangle himself, someone murdered him. Fact, Terry Scrub was found at the scene. His motive is admittedly loose, but that doesn't change that fact. The prosecution will assert a theory that Scrub killed Da Silva. Our job is to demonstrate reasonable doubt that this theory is correct. And we use the evidence to do that. That's the idea. Usually, anyway. Oh, Nina. Head pat, head pat. Damn telemarketers. Nina. Do you think T-Bro has a good chance? We'll both do our best. Okay. We're on the back foot, so we'll have to listen to the prosecution's case. And then what? We wing it. Well, you kept up your end of the bargain. Where are your cleaning supplies? I'll get to work right away. Dylan? Yeah? Go home. Oh. Okay. Get some sleep. We'll meet at the courthouse at 9 AM. Anya. What would you do? Cute Nina. Would I like to save my game? Yes. Oh. Should we keep going? Shall we go for the first day in court? I kind of want to go for the first day in court. I think we'll stop after that, because it's probably going to be getting pretty late by that point. Aquila Defense and Law Officers, December 4th, 8:30 AM. Phew. Okay, time to go to the courthouse. It's in the middle of town, so it shouldn't take long to get there. See, the kitchen's still off limits. Oh, it's still dirty. Dylan hasn't had time to tell him. Follow the exclamation mark. Oh. Next to Tokyo Tower. District Courthouse, Courtroom B, December 4th, 8:55 AM. Okay. I can do this. Same place as always, the bench on the left. What are you doing? Miss Aquila, silence yourself. Speak to me. Miss Aquila, cease your protest or I'll hold you in contempt. Deep breaths, Nina. Hey. Morning. Have you come straight from the defendant lobby? Yep. Good, good. How's Terry doing? How do you think? Okay, I'll rephrase. Do you think he's going to be able to get through the trial? I think so. T-Bro might be a small guy, but he's tough where it counts. I hope you're right. Hi, Chad. Hello again, Miss Aquila. Chad? My colleagues in the defense community say that everyone else turned Scrub away. What's your point? Oh, no point. I just think it's fine of you to represent him under such circumstances. He uses an awful lot of words without really saying anything. Tell me about it. All rise for the Honourable Judge Tawny. That means stand up. Oh. Please be seated. We are here today in observance of the case of Terry Scrub, who stands accused of murder in the first degree. Prosecutor Hawke, are you prepared for the case? As always, Your Honour. And you, Miss Aquila? The defence is ready, Your Honour. Though I wish that were true. Miss Aquila, if I may. Yes? I trust we will not see a repeat of your outburst the last time you were in my courtroom. What's she talking about? Never mind. Miss Aquila? It will not happen again, Your Honour. Very well. Mr. Hawke, please state the prosecution's case. Right away. Terry Scrub was arrested around lunchtime, the day before yesterday, at the High Flyers Casino and Hotel Complex. He was seen standing over the body of the late Joel Da Silva, billionaire CEO of Silver Pro and world champion card player. The prosecution asserts that Scrub killed Da Silva following an earlier fracas, and we intend to establish his guilt through witness testimony. Seems legit. He's accusing your friend of murder. Hey, yeah! That's not legit at all! Gotta hand it to Hawke, though. There's real confidence in his words. Why is he looking so smug? You can't read minds, Chad. And just in case you can, Chad Hawke is a big stupid head. Thank you, Mr. Hawke. Bailiff, please bring in the defendant. Defendant, can you please confirm your name and occupation? Yes, Your Honour. My legal name is Telemachus Scrub. With the what? But I live under the assumed name of Terry. I would like to be addressed as Terry Scrub. Telemachus? Yeah, like I said, T-Bro and I grew up in an orphanage. We all got classical names. So how did you end up with Dylan? My real name's actually Odysseus. It is? Also, I am currently unemployed, Your Honour. I see. In that case, what were you doing at a casino? Legit question. I was there to enter the DFA tournament that was about to take place. DFA? Dragon Fantasy Arena, Your Honour. Ah, yes, the one with the dragons, demons, cards and such. One of my grandsons plays it. He's 8. It's far more than just a game for... You're correct, Your Honour. That's not to get into a long discussion about how DFA is a children's card game played mainly by adults. Well, anyway. The tournament has prize money, As I'm between jobs, I thought I would enter. Very astute. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, Scrub, she's not serious. We come to the matter at hand. Terry Scrub, you stand accused of murder in the first degree. How do you plead? I plead not guilty. Mr. Scrub, before you answer. The report that the prosecution submitted before the trial was quite damning. Their arguments are persuasive. What the? Given how you were found standing over the body, I would ask you to consider your position carefully.
Objection!
Your Honour, while I'm quite certain you mean well, my client has made his plea. The defence asks the court to respect that. Miss Aquila. Fine. I plead not guilty, Your Honour. Mr. Scrub, the court recognises your plea. That's my tea, bro. Prosecution, bring forth your first witness. Okay, here we go. Huh? Court's about to bring out a witness who will give a statement. Listen to it, we have to focus on the little details. We're looking out for an inconsistency, a flaw of some kind, which shows the witness is either lying or just mistaken. Don't worry about memorising the statement though, we'll be able to recap it afterwards. Inconsistencies. Got it. Morning, Barbara. Oh, hello again, Randy. Did they? So that's a thing? I try not to think about it. Please introduce yourself, for the record. I'm Randall Flatfoot, and I'm a detective with the Fledge City Police Department. We were first alerted to the crime the day before yesterday, just after 1 PM. A member of the hotel security team called and explained there had been a murder. They also told us that they had detained a hotel guest, and as we would want to question them. We arrested Mr. Scrub at the hotel not long after we got there. The deceased, as you are all likely aware, was Joel Da Silva, a billionaire sporting goods tycoon. Oh, and apparently... It looks like I've got a little bit of a technical issue. Just a second. Had a bit of a crash there. And we're back. I think. Yeah. Working again correctly. I don't know why that crashed. The prosecution enters the death certificate of Mr. Da Silva into evidence. Gained item, DC, Joel Da Silva. Thank you, Detective. Please move on to your statement. Ooh, statement time, statement time. Witness statement. Upon arriving at the scene, Mr. Da Silva's room was in disarray. Da Silva was dead and the hotel staff had detained Mr. Scrub. A member of the cleaning staff had walked into the room and seen Scrub standing over the victim's body. Staff recalled seeing the two of them in a fracas in the hotel's lobby, so it seemed prudent to arrest him. Very well. Miss Aquila, you may begin your cross-examination. Something seems off about this whole thing. I should press Flatfoot's statements for more info. Cross-examination.
Hold it!
In disarray, a great many of what seemed to be Da Silva's belongings were lying on the floor in a haphazard fashion. Scrub didn't say anything about going through Da Silva's things. Maybe I can use that to crowbar in some doubt. Are you suggesting there were signs of a struggle? Perhaps I would... Your Honour, the defence is attempting to lead the witness. Sustained. Please refrain from leading the witness to your own conclusion, Miss Aquila. What caught on too fast?
Hold it!
Mr. Scrub was taken willingly, I understand? That is correct, yes. I understand that you did not oppose the hotel security staff, and he was silent during his later arrest. The defence would like to draw attention to how Mr. Scrub cooperated fully.
Objection!
You'll have to do better than that, Aquila. What? The fact that Scrub came willingly does not diminish the prosecution's accusation. He's accused of murder, not evading arrest. Does he have to be so abrupt? No, but he's right. Much as I hate to admit it. We'll have to try something else.
Hold it!
A member of the cleaning staff? Your Honour, this is surely hearsay. Blackfoot can't enter a statement on behalf of another. It goes against the convention.
Objection!
The detective is describing the statement that was given to him by the witness, as it was presented to him. True, but it describes why he thought it was prudent to arrest Mr. Scrub, nothing more. I agree with Mr. Hawke in this instance. But Miss Aquila makes a valid point. Mr. Hawke, do not engage in hearsay. I would never. Very well. A bit more effort than a slap on the wrist would be appreciated, Judge. Staff recalled seeing the no, wait. That's a statement press. What's a fracas? Fracas, it just means they had a severe argument. Then why not just say fight? From what we understand, there wasn't much of a physical altercation. What? Scrub didn't punch DeSilva. Oh. We should probably let this one slide. Why? Because it makes Scrub look bad. And we know it's true. So it seemed prudent to arrest him. Yes. Detective, how many murder cases have you investigated? I prefer not to count. So it would be reasonable to consider you an expert in these matters, correct? This is news to no one, Aquila. Yes, it would be fair to say I'm an expert in the field of homicide investigation. In that case, you have said that my client's motive stems from an argument with the victim. An argument I'm keen to remind you was over a children's trading card game. Hey! It's not just a card game for... Hey, T-Bro? Yeah? Shut up. Truthfully, it's unusual. Hard under the collar, Hawk? But it wasn't just about that. Your Honour, the victim posted a message on the internet in which he was very critical of Mr. Scrub's behaviour. This would have been highly embarrassing for the defendant, as it would affect his standing in that close-knit community. Here it comes. We believe Mr. Scrub went to DeSilva's room and strangled him due to DeSilva airing out their dirty laundry online. Do you feel this is important, Miss Aquila? Yes, it's important. Yes, I believe it's important. I agree. Witness, can you please add this to your statement? I believe Mr. Scrub went... Press? T-Bro would never do that. Your Honour? Mr. Merlo, is it? Contain yourself or I'll have you escorted from this courtroom. Yes, Your Honour. Try not to worry, Dylan. We'll find a flaw. The prosecutor's playing hardball. He doesn't want us to crowbar in an opening. He probably hopes he can start and end this quickly. So what do? We find a way to bust this wide open. Still, something seems off about this whole thing. Could Scrub really have strangled DeSilva? Could he? I guess let's have a look back over our evidence. So, we have a single empty card defender. I don't think that's relevant. Playmat, probably not relevant. Casino stairwell pass, probably not relevant. Client-victim argument, probably not helpful to us. Closed stairs, probably not relevant. Death certificate for Gerald Silver. He was killed by strangulation, full autopsy to follow. probably not useful right now. Disturbed items, probably not useful right now. Faulty elevators, pretty sure that's not useful right now. No fingerprints, probably not useful. Profile of Geralda Silva. Victim, aged 54, deceased, coroner's report pending. CEO of Silver Pro and former bodybuilder, 7 feet! 7 feet tall! Wow! That's tall! Profile Maria Stevens. Witness discovered Terry Scrub standing over De Silva's body. Member of the hotel's cleaning staff. Profile Terry Scrub. Defendant accused of murdering Geralda Silva in his hotel room. Former biker, 4'11", slight build. Yeah, he really is built like a unit, isn't he? Which I think that's our in. Because Scrub is under 5 feet tall and not built at all. And Geralda Silva is huge, right? It doesn't seem reasonable that Scrub could have just strangled a 7-foot bodybuilder to death, right? So that was the profile of Geralda Silva.
Objection!
Hey, looks like we got that one right. Detective Flatfoot. Could you fight Mr. Scrub? I'm sorry, I don't think I understand the question. My client is standing in front of you at this very moment. Could you take him, beat him up, if he were to attack you?
Objection.
Really, Aquila, why do you persist in wasting the court's time?
Objection!
Your Honour, the defence wishes to direct the court to the profiles of Mr. De Silva and Mr. Scrub. I could take that pig, no problem. Scrub, you're not helping yourself. You're not helping yourself. Oh, please, calm down before you hurt yourself, Pipsqueak.
Order!
Miss Aquila, I insist that you explain yourself. Happily, Your Honour. The defendant you see before you is a man of slight build. Hey! Is a man of slight build who is under 5 feet tall. Whereas Geralda Silva was an imposing man, a former professional bodybuilder, and was around 7 feet tall. But the defendant is a biker. The bikers of the desert to the north have a reputation for physical violence. Nina, that's profiling. Surely they can't say that. Detective!
Objection!
Your Honour, it is inappropriate to accuse my client on the basis of a stereotype. Sustained. Mr. Hawke, does the defendant have any prior record of physical violence? Well... no, Your Honour. Furthermore, this is compounded by our earlier point. It is improbable that my client could have overpowered the victim. Improbable? Perhaps. But still possible. I will concede on that point, Prosecutor Hawke. However, given the doubts that have been raised concerning much of the detective's statement, the defence moves to consider his remarks as no longer relevant to this case.
Order!
I'm obliged to agree, Miss Aquila. And that's how you use a crowbar. I will ask you to relinquish the stand, Randy. No problem, Barbara. Mr. Hawke, I trust you have another witness? Yes, Your Honour. In that case, please summon them to the stand. The prosecution calls Maria Stevens to the stand. Are we gonna do this or what? Hello, Miss Stevens? Hi. Miss Stevens, I'm sure this recent experience has been quite harrowing. Yeah, can we hurry this up? I saw him standing over the dead man. They were alone. Can I go now? She doesn't seem particularly perturbed. I'll say. Mr. Hawke? Yes, Your Honour? Your report said this young lady attended counselling yesterday. Is that true? Oh, that quack? They sent me because I wasn't crying and weeping and the rest of it. Like there was something wrong with me. A man has died, Miss Stevens. Your Honor, I work as a maid in a casino hotel. Did you seriously think this was the first case I've walked into a room and come across a dead rich person? Ooh. I see. Yes, I can see how that changes things. It does? How many people have died at that casino? Like I said, that man was standing over the dead man's body. Can I go now? I'm sorry, Miss Stevens, but no, you can't leave. You need to make a formal statement. This was supposed to be my day off. I appreciate that, but I have to work 2 jobs. That's quite unfortunate. I only get 1 day off every 2 weeks. Maria Stevens, that is enough! Fighting with the judge isn't really going to help it, is it? Don't do it, Hawk. Can I? No! Not much of a mind reader after all, eh, Chad? This whole thing seems like a waste of time to me. Then in the interest of brevity, Miss Stevens, if you would just cooperate, I will ensure that you can leave as soon and as procedurally possible. Will that suffice? Ugh, fine, get on with it. Please state your name and occupation for the record. But I've already... Do you want to get out of here or not? This might be your day off, Miss Stevens, but I'm very much at work today. And I'll keep you here all day and all night if necessary. So state your name and occupation. Now! Whoa, she can be a real hard ass. Judge Tony has always run a tight ship. My name is Maria Stevens. I work as one of the cleaning staff at the High Flyers Casino. Wonderful. Now, starting at the beginning, please explain how you came to be involved with this case. I already gave a statement to the detective. What's that? I was on the cleaning rota that morning. Witness statement. I'd been assigned to clean the 5th floor. Everything seemed normal. Until I wrapped up room 504 and walked into 505 to see that man standing over the other man's body. I mean, murdered over a card game? That's nuts! Thank you, Miss Stevens. Very succinct. Miss Aquila, please begin your cross-examination. Great, another reason to wait around. She seems pretty hostile, but I need more information to work with. Yeah, that maid's got an aptitude.
Hold it.
Normal? What do you mean by that? How should I put it? You know how normally I'd be off today, sitting on couch in my underwear, watching Netflix and eating tortilla chips? Miss Stevens, really. That was vivid. When we first met, you hadn't showered for 2 days. You took 20 minutes just to clean up before talking to me. I am blessed with waist-length hair. A shower isn't a quick fix for me. Still, people in glass houses. Touché. In any case, I just mean that everything seemed normal. I turned up for work on time and was dragging the vacuum cleaner over the 5th floor.
Hold it.
That was your first clue that something was wrong? Well, yeah, I just cleaned 504 and I expected 505 to be empty. She expected 505 to be empty? Something seems off about that. Isn't there some reason she should have known that something was going on next door? Do you feel this is important, Miss Aquila? Yes, it's important. Yes, I believe it's important. I agree. Witness, can you please add this to your statement? Fine. I just cleaned the room next door and expected 505 to be empty. Okay, let's press
Hold
that.
it!
You really had no reason to expect anything was happening in 505? I was kind of busy, you know, cleaning. We must have found some evidence to suggest she would have known something was happening next door. I mean, I know that. I'm just pressing every statement as usual.
Hold it!
Why do you believe it was over a card game? All the hotel staff are braced for the stampede of freaks and geeks that comes with the FA convention every year. Surely they're just guests. Do you have any idea how many times I've been mistaken for a cosplayer? When I've got these ears, these glasses, and have to wear this maid outfit? Hey, sweet all-purpose Catgirl maid cosplay! It gets old fast. I guess I can relate. Someone's already asked me if I'm dressed as a pirate. Can we move this along? My thoughts exactly. Fine, fine. Isn't there some reason she should have known something was going on next door? Yep. That's right. So we go back to that statement, right? Presents evidence. Nope. Yeah, it probably made a racket, judging by the mess. This one.
Objection!
Miss Stevens, are the walls in the hotel quite thick? No. I probably shouldn't say this, but it's actually the source of many complaints. Really? All I'm saying is this. Don't ever rent rooms 303 or 305. 304 is the honeymoon suite. Starting to feel that by the end of this case, none of us are ever going to want to stay in that hotel. In that case, Your Honour, the defence wishes to present these disturbed items. De Silva's murder left his room in a state of complete disarray. Even Detective Flatfoot commented on this earlier today. I find it hard to believe that...
Objection!
Honestly, Aquila, weren't you listening? The witness has already said she was using a vacuum cleaner. Sustained, Mr. Hawke? It seems quite reasonable that a vacuum cleaner would obscure the noise of what may have been happening next door. This isn't good, Nina. You're right, and we're running out of ways to dispute her story. Think, Nina. She heard nothing before walking into the room. So that means that everything before that is effectively blank. None of us can truly prove what happened before she walked in. Wait. None of us can truly prove what happened before she walked in. Prosecutor Hawke? Yes. Are you saying that this witness can't give any indication of what was going on before she walked into the room? Are you seriously asking that? Of course I am. No, wait.
Objection!
Your Honour, the vacuum cleaner made it impossible for this witness to hear what was going on next door. And my colleague on the opposing bench concurs with me on this. I'm not sure I follow your reasoning, Miss Aquila. Isn't that what the witness has been saying all along? Yeah! The witness initially said she heard nothing from the room next door. However, as Mr. Hawke so eloquently agreed, it's not that she didn't hear anything, it's that she couldn't hear anything. I get it, that means... Yep, Your Honour, the defence concedes that the witness did walk in on my client while he was standing over the victim. However, she did not witness a murder. In fact, she offers no cause to disprove another theory. My client could have walked into the room just moments before she did. But that's not right. Wait, what? What isn't right? I did hear someone. But you said... I know what I said. I don't like where this is going. What do you mean, Miss Stevens? Someone was out in the corridor just a few minutes before, just when I started to vacuum room 504. Later, when I saw the defendant standing over the dead man, I assumed he was the person I'd heard. I see. Witness, this sounds like an important detail. I'm warning you, if you're leaving out details in the interests of time. I'm not, I swear. I genuinely didn't think it was relevant. Given this new information, I am inclined to ask this witness to make a new statement. Mr. Hawke, do you object to this? No, Your Honour. And Miss Aquila? Do I want it to make a new statement? Yes. Because we still need to pick it apart. Do we really want her to testify again? Think it through. She said she heard someone a little earlier, but Scrub had said he had only just walked in when Maria found him. Scrub's our client. He says he's innocent, so we place our trust in that. So if Scrub wasn't there earlier, someone else was. Right. Hey, Nina? How are we doing? It's hard to say. We voted an early guilty verdict, but now we're going into overtime. You think Hawke still has the upper hand? Yeah. Scrub was there, and he was mad with De Silva, and De Silva is dead. None of that has changed. And he could have strangled him. Like Hawke said, it's improbable, but not impossible. He would never. I know that, you know that, but the problem is proving that. Defense would like Miss Stevens to make another statement. Miss Stevens? Yes? Please make a statement about what you just mentioned. And don't leave anything out or you'll be streaming your shows from a temporary cell. Witness statement. I did hear someone pass by earlier. It was when I was about to start vacuuming the room next door. The stairs are blocked and the lifts are mostly broken. There's no other way a guest could leave in a hurry. When I saw the defendant, I assumed it was him I had heard. No one else was nearby. I'd have seen anyone else trying to leave. Thank you, Miss Stevens, for the additional details. Ms. Aquila, please begin your cross-examination. There's a lot to unpack there. Right now, I bet Scrub still looks guilty to the judge. This might be our last chance. Cross-examination. Okay, pressing time.
Hold it!
Did you see who this person was? No, I only heard them pass by. But that could have been anyone. It could even have been someone else who happened to be leaving. Ordinarily, I'd agree with you, but...
Hold it!
Why are you so certain you'd have seen someone else trying to leave? Surely they would have been gone by the time you finished vacuuming the room. You'd think so, but... the space outside the door to 505 offers a good view of the top of the stairs and elevators. Anyone who had started to leave when I began vacuuming would still have been waiting there. That's because... that's most of the brick.
Hold it!
Sorry, but I don't buy it. Huh? You're seriously suggesting that a person leaving would still be waiting for an elevator? Ugh, for real? I can see you've never worked in a hotel before. It was around lunchtime and mealtimes are the busiest hours for the hotel's communal areas. I still don't think...
Objection!
Your Honour, the prosecution looked into this as well. Looked into this as we also found it strange. We can confirm that at the given time it would take a minimum of 20 to 30 minutes to call an elevator to the 5th floor. Psst. Nina, remember, at the hotel? The huge line of people waiting to use the one working elevator? You see? He gets it. Isn't that a fire hazard or something? Oh no, the rooms have fire escapes, but they're hooked up to a pretty sophisticated alarm system. Using those would have set off an alarm. And there was no such alarm around the time of the murder. Okay, I get it. Still, was there another way someone might have fled the scene? I mean, there was, because we used the other way, right? Gotta admit, I'm kind of worried here. You and me both. Think through the theory. Someone killed De Silva, and they must have escaped. Was there another way to get off the 5th floor? Right, so... not that one, this one. There's no other way a guest could leave in a hurry. That would be the stairwell pass.
Objection!
Witness, can you please look at this piece of evidence and explain what it is? Fine. It's a service stairwell pass. I have my own with me right now in my purse. Could you also describe its use? These passes allow people to access the floors of the hotel using the service stairwell and freight elevator. Your Honor, the defense posits that if the actual killer used one of these cards, they could have left.
Objection!
Those cards are only given the hotel staff.
Objection!
Why do I have one? I gained this card by merely explaining I was an attorney at the hotel's front desk. At which time I was also told that they had been given to select VIP guests, namely celebrities who would otherwise attract too much attention when moving through the hotel. Such as, oh, I don't know, any celebrity player at a Dragon Fantasy Arena tournament? Hey, yeah, that defense attorney has a point. Where do you think she buys her conditioner? Mr. Hawk, just how many players of this children's card game are present for this tournament? Let me see now. Struggling a bit, Chad? My notes say that the tournament has room for 64 entrants. That being said, only a few of them could be classed as celebrities. Axel Reyes, Marcus Steele, Stella Faraday. Those names are meaningless to me, Mr. Hawk. Your Honor! Okay, time to lay all my cards on the table. Cards. The defense asserts that the prosecution's case is open to a possibility, namely, that any of these VIP guests could have been at the crime scene. Ooh. That's impressive, Aquila. However, there's a great flaw in your alternate theory. You're suggesting that one of the other VIPs tried to kill Da Silva? Okay, I'm game. Can you name this mysterious VIP killer?
Objection!
I hate to remind you, Mr. Hawk, I am not required to prove innocence. You are required to prove guilt.
Order!
I will have order! Mr. Hawk, can you account for this? I'm genuinely impressed, Miss Aquila. Really, I am. I just got a sudden chill. Brace yourself, I suspect this'll get worse before it gets better. Your Honor, we've gone around the houses on this one. However, none of what has been said has changed the fundamental facts. Scrub was found standing over the victim with a reasonable motive. His means were admittedly improbable, but as Miss Aquila has admitted, not impossible. The hairs on the back of my neck are standing up. I know what you mean. Most of all, while the defence has suggested that a third party may have been involved, they have presented no definitive evidence that anything was going on outside of our working understanding. And on that note, the prosecution rests. I'm getting a bad feeling. Miss Aquila, you have indeed pointed out some flaws in the prosecution's supposedly airtight case. Yeah. Wait for the other shoe to drop, Dylan. But Mr. Hawk is right. No way! I see no clear evidence that a third party was active in the hotel at the day of the murder. My verdict, therefore, can't be swayed by this theory. Isn't there anything else we can do? I'm sorry, Dylan. We've tried everything I can think of. This can't be happening. I knew I never should have taken Scrub's case. It's all happening again just like before. And I can't do anything to stop it. What? Your Honor, may I address the court? What's going on? I have no idea.
Objection!
Your Honor, I must protest. This is highly irregular. Silence, Mr. Hawk. Do you not presume to order me around in my own courtroom? Go ahead, Randy. We had just received a report. This doesn't help us, we're finished. that another crime was committed at the High Flyers Casino.
Objection!
Of what possible relevance? Someone robbed the casino safe at around the same time as the murder. Well, this is quite the revelation. Was anything stolen, Detective? That's just it, Your Honor. According to the casino staff, the safe contained only one item. They don't know what it was. Only that it belonged to Joelle da Silva. Nina! On it.
Objection!
Your Honor, the defense believes that it presumptuous to rule out a third party's involvement in da Silva's murder. Given the flaws we have identified in the prosecution's case, when it's clear that another crime is going on in the hotel at the same time. Order! Judge Tawney, surely! Order! Now that I have proceedings under control once more, given this new information, I am forced to concur with Miss Aquila's argument. Does she have to seem so forlorn about that? You'd be surprised at how good it is to hear someone else say that. Put bluntly, the prosecution has not proven Mr. Scrubb's guilt beyond reasonable doubt. Phew! We're not out of the woods yet. However, the facts of the case still stand, so I am unable to render a verdict. To resolve this, we shall adjourn for today. Adjourn? Yep, it means we get more time, which is what we sorely need. Both benches are urged to investigate further and restate their cases. We shall reconvene the day after tomorrow. Court is adjourned. This is the end of the day. It's recommended that you save to a new file. Yep. And on that note, since we... Hey, what timing? We literally just hit 3 hours. On that note, I think we're going to also end the stream for tonight. Thank you very much for coming to hang out with me, and I hope you enjoyed watching me play Nina Aquila. We'll get back to this again at some point. Because, you know, I want to play through the rest. If you're interested in the game, the link to buy it on Steam is in the description. And if you've enjoyed the stream, consider subscribing to the channel or follow me on Twitter. The schedule for the week is on a pinned tweet. The next scheduled stream is on Sunday at 2 PM, which is me starting Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc, which doesn't that also have trials? There's a lot of trials at the moment. So I hope you'll come by for that or another stream in the future. And once again, thanks for coming. And this is Kalla signing off. See ya. Bye bye.